Well, good morning. Today is Monday, September 3rd, Labor Day, the official end to summer. But summer is really here until what, September 21st, I think? 8th, 15th, 20th, or the 22nd? 21st or 22nd? So we still got a couple more weeks of summer, although you'd never know it. Everybody thinks that today's the last day of summer, but it's really not. Look at my shirt. Ta-da. I guess, can you see it? I got chemicals on my shirt because I just put the chemicals in the pool. I didn't get distracted though. I really didn't. I really didn't get distracted. I don't want people to think I'm filming them, but then I got the covers on my furniture. There we go. Maybe that's better. Jim and I don't really have any plans today. Jim's gonna make what we call a mean. He makes a mean meatloaf. I make a mean roast. And he's gonna make a meatloaf, and I'm gonna make some scalloped potatoes, and I'm gonna have some chili. I'm gonna have a different breakfast. I'm not gonna have my berries for breakfast. Be still my heart. No berries for breakfast? Sandy, what planet are you coming from? But I'm gonna have some chili, because I took it out Saturday. I thawed it on Saturday, and I was looking for some stuff in the refrigerator today for the meatloaf, and spotted the chili that I thawed out, so I gotta eat it today. So I'm gonna have that. And then I probably have like a vegetable platter. Doesn't sound right with chili and a vegetable platter, but that's what I think I'm going to have. And just stay on track. I'm not walking today. You know, the 100-mile challenge started on Saturday, and I couldn't walk Saturday because it rained, and I couldn't walk yesterday because it rained, and then today it's just muggy. It's just really close out here. It's really hot. So, no walking. But I'll get it in. I'll get my 100 miles in. I have till, I think she said November 30th. Piece of cake. Oh, cake. Doesn't that sound good? Turtle cake. It's coming up Friday. Yeah, can't wait. I'm gonna do my giveaway today, but by the time you see this, you've probably already seen my giveaway. And then what else am I gonna do? Jim and I might binge watch Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton on Amazon. We saw season 1 and we liked it, so check out season 2. And that's it. I know it's Labor Day and you're supposed to have some labor going on, but no, not so much. Not me. I'm going to stay on track the rest of the week. I stayed on track all weekend. I did really, really, really well. I'm just really proud of myself. I still have like 39. No, I don't. I have 36 because after I closed my video out, I had 3 pretzel rods last night. So I have 36 weekly points left. So I think I'm doing really well. I really am. I just needed something crunchy and salty, so the pretzel rods hit the spot. Other than that, appreciate all you guys coming over to my channel. I really, really do. It's just, it's growing faster than I ever thought it was possible, and I really appreciate it. And I want to thank people for sending people over. Fly Lady Cat, Weight Watchers with Carrie, Gina Pearson, The Reluctant Vegetarian. Thank you so much. You're sending people over, and I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So check out their channels too. If you haven't gone to their channels, go to their channels too. And if I remember, I always say that because I do this so early in the morning, but if I remember, I'll put a link to all of their channels down below. And other than that, I can't think of anything else to talk about. I was going to tell you a story. Oh, I was going to tell you about why I don't drink. That was it, a story. For my birthday one year, and I've told this story before on my other channel, so I'm sorry if I'm going to bore you with it again. But it was my aha moment as far as drinking goes too. Is we had our inventory. I used to work at Montgomery Ward's. I had a lot of jobs. When I worked, let's see, I'm going on crazy again. I'm going to take up too many minutes. But anyway, I started off, I was a waitress for 2.5 hours at a Perini's restaurant, and then they found out I wasn't old enough to serve liquor, so they got rid of me. And then I worked at J.L. Hudson's, which is now Macy's. I worked there for a while. And then I got a job at Polo's Fruit Market, and I worked there until I had Jimmy. And then between 1972 and 1987, I just had like odd jobs. I worked at Ludington News for a while. I filled out the orders for all of the, it was a magazine place. They shipped magazines around, distributed it. And I was in charge of filling out the orders for the porn shops, the adult shops and stuff. So I got quite an eyeful, let me tell you. And then the thing is, when you worked at Ludington News, you could take a magazine home free. We had like Time magazine, People magazine, any magazine was there because we were just a distribution center. And the only thing that you had to rip the cover off so they could mail the cover back to the manufacturers for credit. And so all those men had to come and ask me for a particular magazine that they wanted. I loved it. Put them in their place. And then I worked at a bookbinding place for a while. If you know, like when you're reading a book and you're page 27 and then you turn to page 28, but then 29 is upside down. I did that because what happened was I sat on a line. I hated it. And when the line would come down, you'd put your stack of papers over the top of the binder, and then when it got to the end, it would bind the whole book together. And I had to go to the bathroom so bad, and I had a really mean boss, and he wouldn't let me go to the bathroom. And finally, I just thought, screw it, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I left my books, my stuff on the thing and went, and I got yelled at when I got back, but I don't care, because I held up the line. And anyway, when I picked them up, I didn't do this intentionally, but I picked them up the wrong way, so when I put them on, instead of putting them on like this, I put them on like that, so that they were upside down. And I did not notice it till the end of the day. So there was a lot of books that went out the wrong way. And then I got a job at Montgomery Ward's, where I worked from 1987 until 1996, I think it was. I started as a clerk on the floor, and I worked my way up to manager of the women's department. And then I got a job at a health insurance place, where a third-party administrator, where we paid the medical bills. And then that changed to we started paying bills for strip balls, because that incorporated into something else. And then I retired. But anyway, when I was working at Montgomery Ward's, we were doing inventory. Back to the beginning. You knew I'd get there. You knew. I always take detours, even on my weight loss journey. Detour, detour, detour. But I get there. So anyway, we had inventory, and it was my birthday. Was it around no, it wasn't yeah, it was my birthday. I don't know why we had a fall inventory, but I remember it was my birthday, and we went out afterwards to the bar, and I hadn't eaten that much that day, and it was late. It was like probably midnight. In Michigan, the bars closed at 2 o'clock, so it was like midnight, 12:30. My drink of choice was a straight up double vodka, straight up in a shot glass, double vodka, but I always had a chaser of an orange juice. Well, the waitress misunderstood me, and she gave me the double shot of vodka in the shot glass, but then she gave me a screwdriver as a side, but I didn't know that. And so I was pounding them away. And there was this one guy, he was so good looking, but he was so shy and just so meek, and he was at the end of the table, and I got drunk, and I got belligerent, because I am a happy drunk. I know that's hard to believe, but I am a happy drunk, but I was belligerent, I really was. And then the big bouncer comes over, and he told us it was time to leave. And I says, well, I'm not ready to leave. He says, you gotta leave. And Pat, that was his name, Pat, he was a really nice looking man, really big muscles. He was not a bodybuilder, but he has a really nice body. And I said, you see my boyfriend down there? He's gonna kick your ass. You don't talk that way to me. And so then Pat says, I don't know her. I just work with her. I don't know who she is. And I go, oh, he's just mad because I'm drunk. He's just, he just doesn't want to acknowledge that it's me. Oh, Pat, you love me, blah, blah, blah. And he kept saying, I don't know her, I don't know her. And then the more the bouncer kept telling us we had to leave, the more belligerent I was getting. And the more I was insisting that Pat was with me. And I kept saying, he's just embarrassed. He doesn't want to admit that he owns, that I'm his, whatever, So finally, my friends said, let's go, Sandy. Let's just go to breakfast. So we went to this place called Elias Big Boys, and we sat in the restaurant, and Pat didn't want to sit anywhere near me. I don't know why, but he didn't want to sit anywhere near me. So he went and he sat way at the other end, and when the waitress came, I was so drunk. I was just so drunk, and I ordered everything on the breakfast menu, and she said, everything on the breakfast menu? I said, yeah, I want French toast, I want pancakes, I want eggs, I want hash browns, I want toast, I want orange juice. I said, but I don't need any coffee. That's the one thing I did need, was the coffee. So I said, no, that's it. I'm done. I just want everything on the menu. Give me everything on the menu. And so we all had separate bills, because we had told them that at the beginning, separate bills. So when I put my order in, I said, I'm on his. I'm with him. And then Pat says, I'm not with him. He's just mad at me because we had an incident at the bar. But I'm with him. Truly, I am. I'm really with him. And so she says, well, ma'am, I'm going to give everybody separate tickets, but I'll give them your ticket. And I said, okay, fine. So, you know, they brought all the food. I didn't eat it. I was drunk. I didn't eat it. And it was like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, I had to be back to work at 7 o'clock because we had to be there to restock or something. I don't know. We had to be there early. So I didn't really get any sleep, maybe an hour, hour and a half sleep. So I went into work and I was still happy drunk because I wasn't hungover at this point. I was just a happy drunk. And so I went into the thing and I saw Pat. And I was sober enough that I knew that, you know, there was a little problem the night before. And so I went up to Pat and I says, I am so sorry if I embarrassed you last night. That was not my intention. I just had too much to drink. And he says, well, that's fine, but you owe me $47.35. My breakfast came to $47.35. I says, let me get my wallet. So I did pay him. But I learned a lesson. Sandy, you cannot drink. You cannot drink. You cannot even take that first drink. Because I licked that glass clean. I just licked that glass clean. It was just terrible. But as I sobered up during the day with my head going, I realized that was one and done. Well, it was more than one and done, but it was done. So, look what, I've talked for 11 minutes. I'm not gonna have time to show you my food and all that. I'll try. Okay, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I can't talk anymore. That's hard to believe. Well, I wanted to wish Mary Vitro and her husband a happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. This is what I'm going to have to eat right now because I'm a little hungry. Look what time it is. 1:50. So I went outside to read. I got all situated and it started to rain. It started pouring on me. It wasn't supposed to rain till 4 o'clock. Bummer. Anyway, I started my day with a prayer. I drank 80 ounces of water. Sorry about that. 80 ounces of water. My quote is, the first step to getting anywhere is realizing and deciding you don't want to stay where you are. 23 smart points, 0 for my mushrooms, my cucumber, my tomato, my egg. Gotta have egg, it's protein. Tea and water. 3 points for my spinach dip. I actually have 3 tablespoons of spinach dip because I was just finishing it off. I didn't want to put 1 tablespoon back in. And 4 points for 28 grams of pita chips, and 2 points for my Weight Watchers chili. I'm going to do a collab with Weight Watchers with Carrie, and that'll post on the 15th of September, so you can check it out. But these are the pita chips I'm eating, and this is the artichoke dip. It's 2 points for 2 tablespoons. I probably should have said 4, but I'll say 3. Okay, I was just informed we have another birthday. Well, we don't have another birthday, but we do have a birthday today. Today is Sean Harrelson's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sean. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. You're in my calendar now. Okay, here's my dinner. I have 8 points for my 4 ounces of meatloaf, 5 points for half a cup of scalloped potatoes, 5 points for a corn muffin, 0 for my tea, water, and broccoli. 18 points. I used 4 of my weeklies, but I still have 35 weeklies left. I do find that since I had a good weekend, that I'm tending to use my weeklies every day now, and I usually didn't eat as much as I've been eating. I think because I so overeat on the weekend that I'm not really that hungry for the first couple days because I've so overeaten. But I'm not going to do that anymore. It's just not worth it. So I'm really happy that I stayed on track. My weeklies are there. I'm trying to save them up for Friday, so I got to stop, or I'm not going to have any left over for my cake on Friday. I'm going to have cake no matter what. I might go into the negative, but I'm going to have cake no matter what. But I'm going to rein it in for the rest of the week. So give this video a like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, leave me a comment, and share it if you think it might help somebody. And it's raining. It's pouring. The old man is snoring. He bumped his head. When he hit his head and bumped his head. You know, you guys told me it the other day, and I can't remember it now. It's raining. It's pouring. The old man is snoring. He bumped his head on the bed, and he couldn't get up in the morning. I know that's not right, but that's what I sang.